They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 27, Newton. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A run for Nick Chubb. Runs over it and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They'll run with Chubb, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down and goal. Newton rolling to his right. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead.
Browns 9, Steelers 0.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers. Screen pass to Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So that one will be accepted. After one, it's 9-0. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and very short, Newton is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, it's Rodgers. On the move to his left. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. Oh, some strong running. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On play action, now Rodgers. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick here is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And some room to run now. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Harrison Bryant, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Browns 19, Steelers 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission.
He'll find Lindsey here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second at the 27.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Now Newton on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the two-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that two-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for two, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for two early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On play action, Rodgers steps away. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Rodgers again now. And finding the tight end Hooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On second and 11 now, Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
And this will be swung out for Lindsey.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Being chased out left. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Newton.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They fake the give. Newton sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Browns 34, Steelers 20.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave them now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Browns 41, Steelers 20. Chase McLaughlin with kickoff for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers completing it to the right side. Johnson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And got his man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brandon Cooks, 87 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. On play action, it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Pushes him over. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start.
It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward.
Brought down at the 1-yard line. A gain of 11 brings up second and goal.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so. So
with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers to throw once more. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. From the 35 on second down, Rodgers, and his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's coming. Check in.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth. They're going with Lindsey. Oh, look at the juke. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.